Hello everyone, Ukulele here, and I'm doing this quick video to show you how to tune your guitar if you have a Floyd Rose. I know it's annoying for many of my students, so you might be interested to check that out. First, let's try to understand how it works. This is the Floyd Rose, and let's see. You have different parts, like these screws here. They are made for fine tuning, so you want to adjust your tuning with that. But if you really want to tune it like properly, you also have to check these out. These are the locking nuts. Once you're tuned over there, then you lock the strings there, and then you adjust the tuning there. Let's also have a look at the springs behind the guitar. These springs are setting the tension for the strings, and you have to set that first if you want to get the right tuning. And this is gonna be for another video. Mine is already tuned, and I also got a tremolo, which I'm gonna make a video of that later. But for now, let's just say you start with that is settled correctly, so you don't have to touch at that. Thing is, once you're tuned perfectly in E standard, because we're gonna do that video in E standard, you have to have these parts that should be flat and parallel to the guitar, right? It should not go up or down. It should be straightforward. So mine is already set, and I will do a video on that later. But for now, let's speak about a quick tuning, right? So the first thing you want to do is unscrew these, right? So you're gonna have to get your Allen key. You should get some of these when you buy a new guitar. They always give you a bag with different sizes. So we have to grab the right size. Okay, so I found the right one. This is the one that fits perfectly. So you just have to unscrew these, make them open. And also I got that nice tool from Tonevise, so you can unlock that one directly without an Allen key. I use that for drop tuning combined to that stuff, but this is also for another video, right? So that's why on my guitar it looks a bit different. You might not have that on most of guitars. Usually it looks more like this, so you have three like this. Alright, so now I unscrewed these, so I can finally turn these without taking any risk of breaking the strings, right? I'm gonna use also a plugin, and my guitar is plugged right there in the DI box, which is plugged to my sound interface, which is linked to my computer, and then I have that, right? So my tuner is there, but you can use any tuner. Alright, so now I'm set to tune the guitar. So just a reminder, these are unscrewed already. So now I'm gonna start turning there and looking on my notes here that are displayed on the tuner. Just a reminder as well, the way you want to tune a guitar in E standard is by looking for these notes: E, A, D, G, B, E. Let's start with the first one. So it's already pretty much well in tune, but of course you might be not in tune, so let's untune it on purpose. Let's say, for example, you get something else like this, like D sharp or whatever. You just want to raise and get back to E, right? Next string, you want to get A as well. Most of the time they untune but going lower. So most of the time when you tune your guitar back to the usual way, it's like you have to raise and not lower the note. Mine is already pretty well in tune, but it should look more like this. Now it's untuned completely, so let me tune it back. Okay, let's do another round. Alright, let's do a third round. This is more like it. You can notice I have to do a few rounds because when you are gaining some tension on one string, you're losing tension on the others, so you have kind of like to tune several times to really get there. See, it's already better now. Alright, now it's like the fifth or sixth round, but now it's like better, it stays more in tune. So now I'm gonna screw these back on. So let's close them. When you're screwing that, don't go and force it. Like if it's resisting, don't go harder than this. You just have to think, don't break it. It's like it's tightened enough. That one is a bit different. Okay. So now I have to pay attention to these. This is the last step, and you have to fine tune your guitar. Since we have screwed these back on, they are pushing the string a little and they can raise the notes a little bit. So you have to make sure you do a final round with that. So let's do that now. So as you could see, it was really needed for that one. And now the guitar is well in tune. Next time you play, make sure you fine tune that again. I missed a very important detail, but the more you're gonna use that to tune or fine tune your guitar, the more you have to screw these. And at some point you cannot screw it anymore. You can go more than this. This screw is lowering that stuff, which is raising the note. But at some point you cannot screw it anymore. So you have to regularly check these out, unscrew these and tune it back there. And also here you have to make sure that you set your screws back in about the middle of the screw, so you have the possibility to unscrew it, because at this time at some point you cannot unscrew it anymore. So you have to make sure they are all aligned more or less in the middle, so you can screw them on or off. And that's about it. Alright, so that was it for today's lesson. I hope you're gonna have fun tuning your guitar, and you have to do that every time you play. Don't wait for your guitar to be untuned. You have to get your ears used to the right pitch. And don't be afraid to get a Floyd Rose as well. This is really fun. See you next time. Like and subscribe. Cheers, guys.